freezing cold.
There's many moments to be had in Yosemite. And then we are 26 minutes away from the ghost town.
This is a bit creepy. This is the morgue.
That is our hotel. Park MGM. Well, for tonight anyway.
Welcome back to the channel. We're Lee and Nick, a couple from the UK. In 2017, due to a health scare, we gave up our 9-to-5 lives and bought a lodge on the east coast of England, where we started enjoying life and seeing more of the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and join us on our biggest adventure yet as we drive from LA to Orlando on our USA road trip.
Welcome to a new USA road trip vlog. We've just left our Yosemite room for the night. Well, for good actually. We're now heading to our next destination. The end destination at the end of this video will be Las Vegas, but in between we are going to stop at Bodie, which is the ghost town, which is an abandoned town which they just left when the gold ran out, and it's apparently just as it was when they left it. So we're going to visit that on the way to Vegas. It's 2.5 hours, in fact 2 hours 51 from Yosemite. And then how long from Bodie to Las Vegas?
Another 6 hours. So this is the longest drive we've done, but we will have a stopover in between.
Yeah.
And this place has got 125 houses, and there's like literally teacups still on the table where they just got up one morning and left.
Yeah. So we've got to stop for petrol. Nick's going to do the driving, I'm going to do some editing, and then we'll see you at Bodie.
Let's go.
So on our way to Bodie, we will be passing back through Yosemite National Park. So it's a good job that we got this annual pass yesterday, because we actually forgot that we were driving through Yosemite to get to Bodie. So it's $35 per entry into the park, and this annual pass, which includes Yosemite and all national parks in the country, was $80 for the year. And 2 people can use it, so if we wanted to like leave it with somebody in America while we're back at home, we can do that as well. So that's a real bargain. So if you are coming to any of the national parks, you can consider getting the annual pass. Right, first up of the day, petrol. It is $5.81 here.
So it hasn't changed since yesterday then now, when we went.
And I'm going to use this, might as well get the windows washed while we're here. Right, all sorted. 2 hours and 44 minutes to go to the ghost town.
We have a 439 mile range. That would get us to Vegas and halfway back.
Yeah.
Assuming that assuming it's accurate and it don't use more going up mountains. Right there.
You're good to. I see you already have your sticker there.
Yep,
So
that was from yesterday though. Is that all right?
Yes.
Yep.
So you'll feel free to go in the employee lane and continue on.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Do stop though.
Okay.
Whenever you see a lot of people pulled over taking photos, you know you've got to stop. Unfortunately, it's very misty.
Sun. Let me just kind of see if I can mask the sun out of camera. Can you see?
That would look amazing if the mist wasn't there.
But you even look at the mountains. Look at the distant mountains. They're a different shade of blue than the ones that are closer.
Yeah.
And that river there is the river that the hotel is on. And
Yeah.
we literally just drove across that bed and then looped back on this road up here. This is one of those moments when we get back to the lodge and we sit there and we think back on this trip. This will be the thing that I kind of like sit here and think,
Wow.
if we were there now, that exists and we're at the lodge. And the two are just two different worlds. Right, we had to pull over to stop and show this. 8,200 feet above sea level, and the outside temperature is 50 Fahrenheit, which is about, well, I don't know.
Cold.
It's cold. So I'm gonna get out, have a quick look. There's a lot of pine forests up here. A lot of the pines are dying. Lee's gonna stay editing. I'm just gonna pop out. Oh my God, it is freezing. It actually feels like it could snow. It's that cold. Now remember when we did this before years ago, we got out when we were at the very highest point, and it actually looks like it's snowed here already. Nice little Christmas tree and all these white rocks that looks like snow, and you can see all the dead pines. But even though the sun is shining, and about half an hour ago it was like 70 Fahrenheit, it's now 50 Fahrenheit up here. And there is not a single sound. You can hear a bird in the distance, that's it. And then I can hear Lee clicking on the mouse pad in the keyboard.
Very close to this edge. I wish there was a fence. I'm gonna stop and have a look at these views. Oh, it's nippy out here. Wow. Just, you think you've seen like the best view you're gonna see, and then you go around a corner and you're just stunned all over again. Speaking of nice views, there's my lovely husband.
It's freezing cold.
Right, out where you now?
Is
I want
that
to see
Half
this.
Dome over there? It is. Look at that.
Just stunning.
Look at Half Dome over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because it's usually flat as Half Dome.
No, it's not. It's Half Dome.
Yeah, but
Front's
like flat.
But that's the back half of it. It looks like snow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's just
beautiful.
granite.
Another stop just down the road, but we couldn't miss it because, well, it's a massive one and there's so many people taking photos. It must be good. It's bloody freezing.
I seem to remember climbing on that last time, possibly.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god, it's so cold. It literally looks like all that is stone,
Yeah,
but
just
yet
looks
it looks
like snow everywhere.
What's behind you as well? I can understand why they closed the Tioga Pass in the winter months. Well, it's almost as cold now. If it snows now, this road gets blocked. And I think in 3 more weeks time, this road gets closed off and it adds an extra 3 hours on to go all around to Yosemite.
So that is Half Dome. It tells you here.
I'm sure we stopped here before.
Might have
climbed
done,
on
yeah.
that rock, but I'm sure it was near a river last time, like Lake Tenaya, which is quite close. Oh my god, let's get back in car. It's absolutely freezing.
Another stop just 100 yards down the road for Tenaya Lake. Wow.
It's like it actually beats Thirlsmere.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Thirlsmere and the Lake District in the UK, which is one of our favourite lakes in the UK. But yeah, this does beat it. Although Thirlsmere is pretty impressive too.
I'm having a moment.
There's many moments to be had in Yosemite. This is beautiful. Oh my god, can you imagine the lodge just being built there and that being your outlook? How idyllic that would be to live.
This is as warm as it gets in summer. 51 Fahrenheit outside.
It is a bit chilly.
I'm just going to sit and take some pictures in a moment.
I thought you were just going to say you're just going to sit and have a meditation or something. Imagine it's very cold.
No, it's not actually. Actually, it's a lot warmer than the air.
It's just so peaceful. Just hear the sound of the water. What a view.
That's all you can hear. A big truck coming.
Right, so we're now at 9,043 feet.
At 10,000 feet, humans who basically exist at that level can start to experience hypoxia, which is basically a lack of thinner oxygen in the air.
When we came here in 2009, and Nick told me that at this point, I started panicking because I was very sort of anxiety ridden back then, and I started panicking and thinking, oh my god, I'm going to panic, I can't breathe at this altitude. Thankfully nowadays I don't give a monkeys.
The car, I can feel. Oh, we're at 9,100 now.
9,100 now.
I can actually feel that the car itself is not as nippy because there's less oxygen for the fuel to burn.
Right, so we are 1 hour, 2 minutes away from Bodie and more stunning views out there.
All downhill now. We actually peaked at 9,900 feet.
Another stop. We couldn't miss this one.
Oh my god. It's so far away you can't even see the rest, and it's so far down. I can barely see the bottom down there.
So you can see the road out there where we're going to be going on.
I've like something seen Snowdonia, but with 10,000 times bigger. You just can't take it in, can you?
Now, as I said before, each time you go around a corner, there's another breathtaking view. Right, here we go. The turn into Bodie.
Continue for 13 miles.
And then we are 26 minutes away from the ghost town.
It already looks like a western, doesn't it?
There we go. It's actually a state park, so Bodie State Park, 3 miles. And park hours 9 till 6.
No ends.
Oh. Right, so there's no more road for 3 miles. We had heard about that. So,
well, at least it's not pothole, it's just pebbles.
yeah, gotta be careful all the way there now.
I don't want to be skidding off end of cliff. I think we'll take this bit very slow. Well, I can see cars in the distance that are coming round.
1.5 miles to go. It's not too bad, to be fair, you just gotta go slow.
It's just like a pebbled drive. It's not like it's a pitted road. It's just not. It's like the tarmac, like that cheap tarmac that they've just not glued down.
Right, so you can see the abandoned town in the distance there, which we're coming up on. So, if we're correct, it's $8 per person to get in. We'll find out when we get there. Right, so park hours are 9 AM until 6 PM. And then the entrance fees are just here in a moment. Right, entrance fees, adult $8, child's $5, infant free,
there.
walking tour booklet $3.
Thank you.
Look in all the windows and have fun.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Right, we've arrived. So looking around and looking at the brochure that the guys have given us, there's no mobile signal here, by the way, at all. There is restrooms. There's no cafe or anything like that. I think there's a water fountain, but literally your tour starts when you get to the car park. So the town was established in 1849 by a guy called W.S. Bodie, actually spelt differently to the way that the town is spent. The town itself attracted loads and loads of people. About 8,000 people lived here. It had 65 saloons, it had prostitutes, it had banks, it had restaurants, marketplaces, liquor houses.
Chinatown.
It had its own little Chinatown that consisted of 2 buildings. So literally, we've got a map now, here, and we're just going to follow this trail from the restrooms right here and go from there to the first house. Now, in the brochure, it does actually give you a number of each house, and then it tells you the history. Like number 5, the Miller House, who lived there, what they did. So we're going to share some of that information as we go around.
The brochure was $3 extra on top of the entry fee.
But I think that is absolutely essential, otherwise you're just looking around and you're not going to see anything.
They do tours as well, which is $6 each, but we're just going to go around ourselves.
That's more to show you how they actually get the gold out of the rock.
So a few pictures here before we head in of life in Bodie.
Apparently it was really bad.
We've got the Chinatown there. And one half of the town was sort of frequented by the ruffians, red light district. They all drank whiskey, gunshots, opium dens, gambling, drunkenness and violence plagued everybody else. Look at that Christmas tree. Yeah.
So the last person actually left here in 1962, was it?
But they had a schoolhouse that was open until 1942, I think it was.
1942, that's it. So yeah, the mine actually closed in 1942. That's a lot longer than I actually thought it would do. And at that point then, everything shut down and literally things were abandoned overnight. People just packed up and went. Well, in most cases, they didn't even pack up. They just literally walked out. Didn't take any of the belongings. There's still like things on tables, teacups, beds on bedding and beds on blankets on bedding and things like that.
Bodie's peak population probably ranged from 7,000 to 8,000.
Says. But the census apparently didn't reflect that, so they're kind of estimating that.
And it's quite a big place at the moment as it stands, but only 5% of the actual town has survived, so it must have been an absolutely massive place.
Yeah, the rest of it basically succumbed to fire and just natural degradation degradation over the years.
So the California state bought it and now look after it. They repair things, but they don't like refurbish things.
Yeah.
So they're trying to keep it looking as authentic as possible.
So they'll keep the roof up, and they bought it in 1962 as well. So number one is basically the McDonnell and Dolan house, which is the one just behind me. Donald and son Frank McDonnell is listed as miners in the 1920 census. Donald's wife Mary, she was one of the postmistresses, school teacher Alice Dolan, daughter of Sheriff Dolan, lived here briefly from 1935 to 1937, so it's actually been owned by two families. And her father was killed in a shootout near Mono Lake in 1915.
So,
Very western, isn't it?
Doesn't look like you can go in this one, so I'll just have to look through the.
I do think actually
the
there's a lot of
windows.
them that you can't go in. I think you can just hold the camera through railings.
Yeah.
That's a small house for a family, isn't it?
It's amazing to think that it's lasted all these years.
No. Look at how it's built on rock
Yeah.
as the foundation.
Is that the door?
Yeah, it's boarded up. We can have a look at the windows. Oh my god, you can see the kitchen sink. There's a pot here and a milk bottle.
Let me have a look.
That's amazing. Look at the wallpaper on the wall. How it's hanging off in sheets.
It's just almost impossible to imagine.
People living.
You can imagine the life, but it's impossible to. I presume that was a toilet then.
There's like crates with jars. I'm gonna clean the glass. Hold on. In fact, the muck's on the inside. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's amazing. You can see where it's been repaired recently. Look.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're just sort of keeping it not refurbished, but in repair, so that it doesn't fall down or anything. Good
quite
quality,
rickety.
and it's solid.
Well, it's quite rickety.
I mean, they
Look at the
may
nails.
have put this on afterwards.
Maybe. Look at the nails. They're like the ones that they put on horseshoes.
Back door, maybe.
Kitchen. There's a table. There's cans of food on the table. Look at that. It's like a tin of peck that's opened. So here where the fire for the house was the stove, and then you can see another fireplace where there's a chimney pot up top. So this area here was the kitchen. The windows are a bit dirty. You think they're cleaning, wouldn't you? It's much better to see from the other side actually. Let me just go back round. So in here, you can actually see a tin. There we go. On the table, looks like a tin of meat, and then there's another one on the chair just there. And then even the tablecloth is still on the table. The kitchen cupboard over there. Let's see if I can make sure it's not reflecting in the light. There we go. The kitchen cupboard. It's still got cans of food and things like that. And then you've got like a dresser through that door passage straight in front. It's absolutely amazing. This for me is what I've been looking forward to for the whole trip. He's having a good stare. What you seen?
Oh, things. We've even got pictures on walls.
Let me have a look. Oh my god, there's a chair here
Yeah.
with like a blanket still on it.
Yeah.
There's a rocking chair just here. There's a bottle of chamomile lotion on the bedside cabinet and it's still got it in. There's even look at the bed. Get the camera right up to the window. You can still see the bed and the springs. It's absolutely amazing. Obviously they had electricity, so it's definitely sort of early 19th century when they refitted them all and given them electric, because you can see the light sockets in the ceiling.
Right, so next on the list is the Methodist Church. And the information from this booklet says this church was built in 1882 and is Bodie's only church still standing. A Catholic church also built in 1882 burnt down. In 1928, E.J. Clinton, head of a mining company at Bodie in the late 1920s, restored the church with his own funds and often preached sermons here.
That's why it looks in pretty good nick actually. Even the roof's made of wood though. I mean obviously at this elevation you're going to get very little rain, so that's why the wood's not rotted away.
You can see right in here.
Oh, we're going to go in there, so... Oh, there's like a mesh on the window. Let's have a look. God, look at the organ. The whole thing's leaning to one side. It's like it's falling to bits. Church pews, and then you've got this. I don't know what that is there. That's amazing. Again, electric lights. Look on the ceiling. Oh, look at that. People's been throwing cash in there.
Right, so straight opposite from the church that we've just been in is a residence home. So it's one of the employees' residences.
Current employees.
Yeah, because it says in the window, active residence 2022. It says this doorknob is a fragile artifact, do not play with it. So that's one of the employees actually lives in Bodie. Wow.
That's not very hospitable on an evening.
No. I wonder if it gets like Netflix here.
Doubt it. So the house that Lee just pointed out as the employee's house was actually the vicar's house for the church that was straight opposite.
Nice and handy for him.
Ready?
So in this building here, there's a little film reel presentation all about the town.
This was actually a barn. It was called the Red Barn. Right. So the guy that lived in this, which is straight across from the Red Barn, he worked on the railway and lived here with his wife and children. Doesn't really say much, but this is one of the few I think you can actually go in and have a look around.
Look at the springs on the bed. I wonder if they were comfy when they had a mattress on. Look at that bed. That mattress isn't very thick.
Look at the sewing
little
machine.
sewing machine there, yeah. They were quite roomy, weren't they? Kind of. I mean, this is like, I imagine was the living room. And then the dining room. TV were probably there with Netflix for them to watch.
Internet line.
Yeah. And then the kitchen. With everything just left. Oh, no, like a little baby room there. With a bath. Is that like a, like a radio?
Creaky. What's this?
I bet it's a bit creepy and it's spooky on here on a night. If you
my
were
God, is
here
that-
on your own.
Is that a commode?
Is it? No,
That's a
maybe.
commode.
Very small one.
It's like maybe it's a kid's
And
commode.
then there's a bath there.
Ah, wait a minute. That's the
the baby
nursery.
room,
Because he's got a big bath.
yeah. Wow, look how big it was in 1879. It's massive.
There's a bun thing still on the oven.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a pot and a kettle still on the hob.
So that's how big it was in its heyday, and then that was in 1931, 1932, and then 1974. So it doesn't say this was a shop, but it kind of looks like it would have been a shop.
Either that or a chemist. Like a pharmacy.
Yeah, pharmacy. This one's really well preserved. Look, I don't know if you can see, but the big safe on the left. And then the writing desk with the glasses.
It's like some kind of
Like a work
office. There's
working
like
office
a
house.
like a finance book there, like a
Yeah.
checkbook or something.
So this was the store. And you can see all the things.
What kind of things?
All sorts of stuff, and it's all still there. Coffee, I'd love one.
This big coffee machine here. Look at this where you grind it. You see the big
yeah.
grinding wheel?
Yeah.
Big saw. Sold a bit of everything really. Paraffin lamps.
Custard.
Where?
Oh, there. And I didn't think Americans liked custard.
Castor oil.
Allspice, cinnamon,
Oh my god. I wonder if they've actually got stuff in.
vanilla, English breakfast tea.
I need to get pictures. This is a bit creepy. This is the morgue. Can you see what's in there?
Yeah, coffee.
Coffins?
Yeah.
Oh my god, let me have a look. Oh, you can't really see through that window. What's in that one?
No, there's nothing there. It's a bedroom.
A bedroom?
Slept in the morgue.
Yes. Let me look through this other window. Oh yeah, oh I can see it. So I don't know whether you can see it clearly on the camera, but there with like a big long dish. Not a dish, like a hole in the top.
For you to look out of when you've been buried.
Yeah, well I think they had open casket, didn't they? And they just closed a little door. Let's have a look in here. Oh my god, there's kids' caskets here. Like small like for babies. We just cover the light. Infants.
Life expectancy wasn't very. I mean, you didn't live to a ripe old age in those days, I imagine.
No. Oh my god, look at that one stood up there. I better cover the light, covering the lens. Apologies for anybody watching this. We're doing as best with through glass. That is freaky. Right, what's in the next on the map? Next door to it.
So next to the morgue is a little museum and gift shop where they've got a lot of the things out of the houses. Yeah, I'll imagine so.
There's one of the prostitutes back there, all this stuff like a hairpin and things like that.
Is that a telephone?
What is that?
I don't
God,
know.
that is an old phone, it is.
No, it's got a $sign on it, so.
I don't know. What's the date in the newspaper? 1882.
1882. Well, hearses there, aren't there? I think, yeah.
2 of them. They look like the ones from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like the ones that ride that have no horses on. So this building is a saloon. Quite a modern one actually. There's a lot of kind of church benches on the right, and then you've got the bar to the left. But it's less Back to the Future 3 and more modern. And this building has also been rebuilt. I would say this was probably rebuilt before the town closed. It looks relatively new, it's got red brick. And then upstairs is actually a hotel. This building to the right here is actually an old gym. And when I say gym, I don't mean like treadmills and things. There's actually, you can just see it in the window there, there's like hoops that you pick yourself up on, like doing gymnastics and things. Does that say hotel on the front? It says Hoot, maybe? I'm amazed that the wood's not rotted. So there's literally houses that go right up to the tops of the hills. So we are going to go down to a few at the back, and then we're going to head to the mining section, and then we're going to go down the other side of the street. And then if you can see in the distance there, there's a house. I don't know what that is. We'll have a look on the map, see if it's anything to visit. But the creepiest thing for me so far is the morgue. So, on the corner of the barn that's next door to the hotel, a guy was murdered. He's had some kind of affair with his wife. Anyway, he was shot and killed, and then a bunch of vigilantes took him from his jail cell and then hanged him, the guy that shot him. And just before he shot him, he'd actually been in the bar just there.
So this building was at some point a hotel.
The last thing it was a hotel. Before that, it was a general store, and then at some point during its history, it was actually the office where the electricity supply for the town was actually channeled through this building. They've also got a telephone switchboard there on the inside.
In the other room in the hotel, you've got a pool table.
With lion figurines for the legs.
Yeah.
A big dining table.
What looks like a bar over on the right hand side.
And that at the other side looks like a kitchen.
Yeah.
Where it was prepared.
So this was the school, and it's very well preserved inside. I'm going to go up to this window and show you what's in. You can see all the desks and the chalkboards and books still on all the desks and stuff. Maps of the world back there. Yeah, there's little Halloween things there. It must have been Halloween.
A globe.
Globe, yeah.
There's even a chalkboard of a skeleton, like where they've been teaching anatomy and things like that.
That's a cute little one. So a Canadian man lived there with his 3 children.
He was a blacksmith, and he also grew hops to make beer, and that's what the green is. And apparently it's legend that that is the only green plant that grows in the whole of Bodie. So from this point onwards, you can't go in. Obviously, for obvious reasons, you can clearly see it's like the mining, where they did the smelting and things like that for their extracting the gold. So you can't actually go any further than that. So we're going to go up to the fence and then turn left, and then somewhere over there is the county jail. So we're going to go and have a look at that.
So there's a little sign there that does say access to the standard mill area is by guided tour only. So if you're paying for a guided tour, looks like you can go and see some of those houses too, and buildings. We're going this way. This was the bank, so obviously the only thing that's left of it is the safe in the middle.
The building's like literally, this will be the front door, and then the back door over there. So obviously the building's falling down, but that's the bank safe. Which does look like a safe actually. But it's been welded shut, so it can never be opened again. Let's have a look. Oh wow. It's got a place where all the bonds will be up there, and where the coin counting and bags of loot would go and stuff like that. And then it's got these iron doors here, look,
Oh yeah.
which move, which can be shut. It's the blacksmiths. You can see the anvil. You can also see the working platform, and then the chimney where all the steam goes out when they like dip it into water and things like that. So this is where probably horses would have come to have their shoes done, because it is listed on the map as the stable, and next door is the jail. So we're going to go there now.
To say it says that like half the town was really bad. It's a very small jail, unless back in the day I bet they had more than one jail maybe.
Maybe. Can't see any cells. I can see beds. This doesn't look like a jail.
Well, I guess.
The bars on the window.
Yeah. And they're the jail cells and stuff.
So there have been people at some point on that side saying, "Let me out, let me out."
Yeah. Right, you can see in a cell here.
Wow, this looks like a jail. Oh my god, it's the air is really cold, and it's very dark inside. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cells in there. Again, like you said, it's very small for a town. Right, so if you fancied an haircut back in the day, you would come here, which is the Barber's. Looks more like a barn. But if you look in the window, you can see a chair over there, and then one on the right-hand side where kids would basically have theirs done. And then right next door, and I don't understand why, is the casino.
Look at that arcade machine thing, like the jackpot thing.
So you've got a, hold on, I can't quite focus on it on the camera. There we go. So you've got the roulette machine there, the slot machine, and then on the left-hand side, let me try and mask out the sun. There we go. You've got the roulette table, and you've got more roulette tables towards the back. It's very difficult because the windows are dirty and the cameras are focusing on the dirt on the window. And then right at the very back, they've actually got a bar. Look at the chips. The chips are still on the table.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll still be valid for Vegas?
Well.
Right, so we've almost got around everything, but I've just got to say, this is the gas station here, and somebody has actually put on Google a review that they came here and it was a non-functioning one and left them a negative review. That person's obviously not altogether there.
How would you even get your car down here?
God knows, but they're all welded up, but right, the last two that we're going to look at. What is this one, Lee?
What number is it?
That looks like more hops growing.
Yeah.
Number 46. And then there's another nice looking house with like a decking.
This is the
like
Donnelly house.
The Donnelly house.
Butcher Charlie Donnelly and his wife Annie Padgin, an English artist, lived here originally in the early 1900s.
So what about the next door one?
And I like the fact that this one is the only one that we've seen that's got a garden.
Yeah, they've got hops growing again. It's one of the. I think it's going to be an employee residence because you can't see in actually. So this one here, this one's probably going to be another employee residence because again it's got the blinds down. But I just want to go up onto the.
This one is called Sealer House. August Sealer, born in Switzerland, was a Bodie saloon keeper.
Oh, so she was a barmaid.
Yeah.
You can't go up actually. There's a drawbridge, but there's actually a dish for a dog. So I presume this is for employees. Oh yeah, it says it there. And they obviously have a dog because they've got a dog's bowl there. And there's wood for the fire. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be an employee, you want the best houses to live in, don't you?
I want to live here.
I don't imagine that they'd live here. I imagine they'd just like do a shift. There's some little tiny miniature squirrels running around, and we don't know what they are. They're little tiny things with tiny tails, with long tails. What's this one? One after the last one. 44. What was done in here? So this is Cameron House. And as you can see,
Cameron, born in Canada, was a Bodie miner. He lived here in 1900 with his wife and 2 children.
and he had a budgie because it's in its cage. Well, it's not, but that's where it would go. You can see the photos on the wall. Sewing machine again. His wife was a seamstress. Kids' rocking chair. A magazine on this table here. Don't know if you can see it for the reflection.
I think I prefer this area of town. It's more
Dense.
like up raised up.
Yeah.
You can see all over town, and they've got like decking and gardens.
Don't feel safe though, it feels a bit creaky. And then this is obviously the back bedroom, and then there's another bedroom straight through there. Right. I mean, we could literally spend days going round and looking at the history of all these, but we have to get to Vegas, and I think it's a 6 to 7 hour drive from here.
I'll have a nice little nap.
You're editing, you are. Right, Lee's just in the bathroom. I'm just sat waiting for him. I've got to say that was the highlight of this trip for me. I knew it was going to be good because I'd watched a lot of videos, and it's definitely the kind of thing that many tourists would probably never go and see. But if you are close to Mammoth Lakes and that area, it's only like half an hour's drive. I would definitely recommend it. That was just exhilarating for me completely. This is just the kind of thing that I love to do. Unfortunately now it's 379 miles, 6 hours 16 minutes to get to Vegas, and we have to stop for petrol along the way. So when we get past Mammoth Lakes, we'll call somewhere. Lee will probably want a bite to eat, and then we'll get on the road.
That's one big lake.
Mono Lake.
It's huge. There's no boats on it or anything like that.
It looks
Mono in restaurant there. Could have had some lunch.
looks shut. Look at that.
Just another 7 hours to go to LA.
LA?
I'm not going to Las Vegas.
It's not
Las
7
Vegas.
hours. The most expensive fill-up yet, $6.79. Cheapest so far has been $5.48. By the time we get to Florida, it should be $3.68, about half price.
We're just going to nip into this Shell garage as well, see if we can get something to eat in the car. Seeing as we've got another 6 hours or so to get to Las Vegas, it'll stop us from stopping.
Right, we've just filled up. However, I don't think there's going to be enough petrol in the car to get us to Vegas, and that was the last petrol stop. So I remember this problem last time. So in about 3 miles ahead, the mountain range to the left, we're literally going to turn left and go through that for 6 hours with no petrol stops.
This road just looks like the most perfect American road I've ever seen in my life.
It looks like it should be full of snow, and
It looks like something from a Windows wallpaper, like beautiful blue sky, perfect trees,
perfect road.
Not
Not like the UK, it'll be full of potholes in the UK if we're going down this.
It's just such a pleasure to drive on.
It's like the colours, all the colours are just perfect, like the
Yeah.
bright orange, the white, the blue sky, the green trees.
Just is a little cafe on the left, because we couldn't get anything from the garage, they only had crisps.
Mini mart.
Right, we're coming up to a station, a gas station called Benton Station. We don't 100% need petrol, but we're going to just top it up, and hopefully they've got like some food here. We did say last night, let's take a pack up lunch, but
never
then
did.
we decided that there'd be lots of places on the way, and so far there hasn't been that much.
In a
Here
quarter of a
at
mile,
the
your
Benton,
destination will be on the left.
there's lots of these wooden huts like they had in Bodie, and a lot of them say on them like 1875 and things like that. One of them was a jailhouse from 1875. So they've obviously got a lot of very old buildings.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
that this gas station will be a bit back street.
Yeah, not like a Shell or
Well,
or an
it's
Esso or
supposed to be a
something.
Shell.
Oh right, okay. Where is it? Where is it?
Where?
Cafe and gas, it says.
Where? Oh, it's
Oh,
here.
there.
It's
Your
here, it's here.
destination
They've
is
got
on
a
the
cafe.
left.
They've got a
Oh my
cafe.
God.
Oh my God! Thank God. Thank you, Benton. Right, we're not having much luck today, food-wise. So we've got some petrol. The cafe was closed, but they just had like bits and bats. So I've got a bear claw. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it. It's some kind of pastry with sort of almonds and stuff. It'll have to do until we get to Las Vegas. Nick got a cheese and berries Danish. So that's what we're going to have now. Lots of salt or something on the road, or dust or whatever.
We've actually taken a diversion.
And we've just gone through it all, and the cars in front are going through it all now. Thought it was smoke at first. About to go through it now. There we go.
See, there we go.
So we've taken a diversion. I was watching Google Maps. Thankfully, I was watching it at the time, and I saw a right-hand turn that said 13 minutes faster or 15 minutes faster, something like that. Google wasn't going to tell us, so anyway, we just took it. So we're going to get there 30 minutes earlier, but we've still got 3 hours, 49 minutes to go. Looks like we're coming up to something like a little town or something.
Well, Death Valley is to our left, over that mountain range to the left.
Yeah,
We would have actually gone round the other side of Area 51.
Had we
Did I
been
say
going-
Death Valley?
Yeah, Death Valley.
No, I don't mean Death Valley.
Area 51.
I mean Area 51 is on the other side of the mountains.
Yeah.
Death Valley is on our right-hand side, about 80 miles ahead.
Which we would have been heading to had the roads not all been closed, which is why it's taken us a long time today for our drive to Las Vegas. No such luck, it's not a town, there's no Burger King, there's no Subway.
Are you still hungry?
I've already had a freaking bear claw all
You said you
day.
wanted, yeah, and then you've just had a cookie.
So I don't know what it is, some kind of work.
Some kind of roadworks, maybe they're making concrete or something like that. That's what all the dust is.
If only there was an In-N-Out burger just there, but you'd stop there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would, but we're in Nevada now.
Yeah, we are. We're no longer in California. We've crossed over states. We're in Nevada.
The Google actually popped up and it just
Yeah.
said, "Welcome to Nevada."
Never seen that before.
Now,
Hi, cow. Don't mind us.
just interrupted my.
We'll just go round you.
That's random. Never seen that before.
2 hours, 5 minutes to go. I actually now feel like I've been on a long haul flight from the UK to America.
Would have landed by now.
I feel like I'm starting to get jet lag.
I don't mind driving in America, but when you're on motorways like this, it's boring as hell. But in 14 miles, we're getting off, and then it's another 120 miles then through hills and mountains, which will make it a little bit more interesting. But for the last 2 hours, we've literally been on this one straight road that never bends, it never turns off, the engine never changes, and nothing interesting. While he's been editing.
I've edited, well, almost edited 2 vlogs now. I'm just going to show you out the window what we've been looking at for the last 4 hours. That.
Straight road.
Straight road.
Never changes.
Never changing.
Oh, we've got a bend coming up, but it's not much, it's just a slight deviation to the left.
Yeah, we saw them cows earlier, but since then, nothing. We have sign of life.
And signal.
Yeah, and some signal on the phone and stuff. Exchange Club Casino Motel, look at that.
And the petrol price has actually dropped by $2 a gallon.
Sourdough Saloon. I'm that hungry, I'm just looking around at all eating places. What's this place? Happy Burrow. Chili and beer.
Don't.
That's a funky looking casino, isn't it?
That's been done up, I think, isn't it? Oh, it's all like cogs on the roof. I thought it were all rust.
Look at this place here. Food, liquor, wine and beer.
Might let you drive.
And they're just sort of like sat outside. Cheeseburgers, Polish sausage, hot dogs.
Look, a sign. Las Vegas left.
Las Vegas left, Death Valley straight on. And we're in BT, Nevada at the moment.
I don't think. Is it Nevada?
Well, it's over there.
Because it hasn't. Because the sat nav said we're going back into
California. It took us back into
California,
California.
but it hasn't took us back into Nevada yet.
But we are in Nevada now. I'm almost sure of it. BT, Nevada. Free Wi-Fi at Death Valley RV Park.
What I don't understand, if I ask the sat nav how far it is to Death Valley, it says 200 odd miles.
Ooh, Family Dollar.
Goodbye, signs of life.
Mel's Diner. Death Valley Inn.
That's it.
We've been there before, haven't
That's
we?
the picture.
Well, we haven't been there, but we've been close on this street or something.
Just been talking about that picture. We had a picture taken there.
I wonder why we stopped and took a picture there.
We obviously came up this way and then went across.
Right, we have life. We're 23 minutes away, and all the places have started, hotels and Walmarts,
Unions
and things like that. I was just saying to Nick, it feels Las Vegas, like these streets feel very much like Florida.
We couldn't be driving down I-4 now.
Yeah, all your your billboards and your chain restaurants and things like that. You can't actually see any in a minute. We've just passed loads. But it does feel very similar to Florida, just driving around these roads.
I'll tell you something, I can't wait to get out of this bloody car.
I know, I'm sick of being in this car now. I can't wait to get out, and I need something to eat.
MGM buffet?
Well, we'll see when we get. Oh, there's a Dollar Tree over there.
Using as My Vegas app?
So not far to go now. Oh my goodness, there's an In-N-Out burger.
You're joking.
No.
Where?
Over there, there's a big sign for it.
It's supposed to be a California thing only.
Well, maybe
Must
not.
be branching out.
Yeah. There's the Stratosphere, which is like at one end of the strip, and then the strip is just all behind these
Continue on South Valley View
bushes.
Boulevard for 4 miles.
Can't quite see it at the minute, but there's all the hotels of the Vegas Strip just in front of us, just behind all these bushes. You can see a few of the lights just there.
So we're east of the strip then?
Yes, I think we're near down Mandalay Bay tonight. We're staying at the Park MGM.
I think that's where it is. I know the MGM Grand is there. I presume it's next door.
Oh, so we're not 100% sure.
No.
So you'll be able to see, I think, more lights coming into view the further we get down.
We're still 5.5 miles
You
away.
can see more now. Trump Tower, I can see that. Stratosphere. They're too far away for me to read any more of the signs. Right, so we're just looking for the parking lot of the MGM. There is...
I can't even find the MGM.
well, no, there's Caesar's Palace, that's what I was looking for. There's a massive hotel there called the Rio. I can't remember that before. The last time I came. The Cosmopolitan there. Rio.
Right, okay. I'm getting my bearings now. I've been all confused.
Trump
Like
Tower down there.
the position we've been coming in from.
The Hilton. The Wynn there. Wyndham. Caesar's Palace, where Nick has fond memories, where we saw Cher the last time we came. I enjoyed that concert.
I think we might be turning onto the strip now. Possibly. Or going under it and then coming out through the back.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's like they've got a big, like the icon at Florida and the Millennium
In a
Building.
quarter of a mile, turn right onto Frank Sinatra Drive.
Ooh, Frank Sinatra Drive. The O Show. That was on the last time we came, like 15 years ago. We didn't go to see that.
We went to see Cher.
We went to see Cher instead. It was a toss-up between the O Show and Cher, but the O Show is supposed to be fantastic. That is our hotel. Park MGM. Well, for tonight anyway. Right, we're just about to head in. Thought I'd just do a little bit of vlogging while we're here. There's the New York hotel, and it's got its own roller coaster. You can just see it going up now. Don't know if anybody's on it or not. I think the theme park Baza and Mrs. Maxine went on that. Mrs. Bazza. Can you see the roller coaster going up?
Where?
It's just about to go over the edge.
Yeah.
See if we can hear anybody scream on it. Yep, they're screaming. And then at this side, look at these two buildings here. I don't know what they are, but it looks like they're falling in on themselves. I don't know what hotel that is. And we're in the room. I think we've got a pool view. I don't think we've got a strip view. I think if you wanted a strip view, you had to sort of like hand them $20 in the hand. But
We'll do that for it.
for one night. Oh my god, that's going to be a well nice view tomorrow morning.
Wow, look at that. Oh my god.
Let me just see if I can show you guys. Might have to turn the... Oh, there we go.
Oh, so that's the front of the area there.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the pools at all. They're all out pretty getting pissed.
Yeah. Getting drunk and stag parties, hen parties. Well, let me show you the room.
Oh,
We had a proper look ourselves, so it's a nice little room actually. 2 beds. Some nice artwork on the walls. Little desk there, sofa. If you ever come to Vegas and you're not sure about these, if it's your first time, don't take anything up. Don't pick anything up. So if you've got kids, don't let them run up to these things and pick them up.
I'm sure they're out because kids will just literally go, oh, Mom, can I have that?
So kindly note, the minibar is sensor operated. If you take, it says any food or beverage item removed for more than 60 seconds will automatically be billed to your room. And, I'm not going to lie, I could just eat them and all. Whatever they are. Right, so some sockets and stuff down there. Let's have a look at the...
What's frustrating is we're only in here until 10.
Yeah, we're only in here for one night and then we go on to the Luxor. Where's the lights? There we go. Oops.
Ooh, very flash.
That's a nice one.
Right. What's best about this room is it was completely free
On the
using the
MGM
My Vegas app.
Yes.
So we've got another free stay at the Bellagio. We're paying for the Luxor tomorrow night and we're paying for the Tropicana for the 3 nights after that. But the Bellagio is also a free one as well. So if you want to do that, just check it out. It's the My Vegas app. There's about 4 different apps. I think you can earn about 10,000 rewards a day. This was on 75,000?
78,000, I think, or
75,000 rewards.
So we got this.
You can build that up in 3 days.
Yep, got this completely free, this room. It doesn't mean we've got to mess around changing rooms tomorrow and stuff, but you can't moan for free.
Well, you do pay your resort fee, but you've got to pay that relevant of where you stay.
I'm not unpacking yet. Let's go find food.
Come on.
Look how long this corridor is.
Shining. It reminds me of a Shining, don't you?
So long. We're off to go and find food now. We're getting very tired. We're very hungry.
Nana's getting tired.
We've had a very long day, should I say. Right, this is the lobby area of our hotel, the Park MGM. We're just going to walk to the front and get out. Oh, merch shop. We're just going to walk to the front and get out onto the strip and then find something to eat.
Just see if there's anything available on the app.
On the MGM Rewards app, yeah. We're not going to do any betting tonight, although we do want to try it while we're here this week.
Definitely.
Just not tonight. So we're still in our hotel, and look at this. It's like street food booths.
Pizza.
So there's all different booths everywhere. Cocktail bar, butcher's kitchen, cheesemonger and kitchen, and they made it look like a...
It's an Italian theme.
They made it look like a train station.
Yeah. Right, so we ordered an Italian from one of the street food places. I've got a rigatoni with some kind of really, really cheesy garlic truffle. Lee's got mushroom pasta. Something. We've got a beer. He's got a sparkling blood orange. I've got a beer. We're going to scoff this, then go for another drink, and then we're off to bed.
That's not the Empire State Building. It's just the New York Hotel. Yeah, that's the New York. So we've just come outside just to have a quick look before we get another drink and then head off to bed. It's very busy out here. I wish I'd have known there were Denny's out here. I could have fancied a Denny's, although that pasta was very nice, I must say.
There was something weird about mine. It's made my lips gone tingly and numb. It's almost like that thing that you have in Olga's Cantina.
Yeah.
But it was like something in the cheese sauce and it was quite bitter. But they're thawed out now. They were like weird.
There's a Target over there in Middle of the Street. Target.
It's not going to be the Target that you want.
It's nice and warm, isn't it? Oh, that's scaring me to what it's going to be like during the day.
Oh, I can't wait.
This is how lively it is on a Thursday evening.
Shall we go to the Crack Shack?
The Crack Shack. What's this all about? Take it, it's some kind of chicken place. Ooh, it's called Shakes. I'm still hungry.
I'm still starving. I was just going to say I'm starving.
It was nice that
It was very small.
it was nice the pasta, but I am still quite hungry because we've had a day in the car and we've not really eaten anything, have we?
No, so let's have a splurge. Come on.
Where are we gonna go?
You pick somewhere. I'm not going to Denny's.
Well, I can see a McDonald's.
I'm not going to McDonald's. I want something more classy than that.
There's the Eiffel Tower and Paris, which we will be exploring while we're here. Not tonight, but this trip, because we never went in there last time.
I feel like I'm lost in a foreign land.
Yeah, it's very
It's
overwhelming,
overwhelming.
isn't it?
There's too much, and I feel like I'm missing everything.
Right, we're still hungry. We're back in the Park MGM. We're going to get one of these to share, a porchetta. Porchetta, which is a house-made.
Well, look at that. Oh no.
Just get us this and we'll share this.
What do you want to drink?
Nothing.
Okay, so $11 is probably worth it for the size of
it.
that. That is massive.
I'm looking forward to this, I must say. And then a good night's sleep.
Yes.
And I'll be prepared for the delights of Las Vegas then.
And then moving hotels.
Yeah.
Right, we're back in the room. I'm going to unpack my case for 12 hours and then pack it all up again. Lee's just uploading some vlogs that we've not been able to do for the last few days. I'm just going to throw myself into that lovely bed with those 4 huge pillars in this amazing room. And we need to put the... What the hell was that?
Just in case.
And it's boiling hot in here.
It is
I'm going
boiling
to
hot,
turn all the lights off, draw the blinds, and just look out onto the skyline, onto the skyline over the Vegas Strip.
So we hope you enjoyed our day at Bodie. We really enjoyed it.
For me, that was the highlight of the trip.
So far. We've got lots
So
more
far,
to do.
yeah.
And then
I do feel like, though, that we're completely unprepared for Vegas. I feel completely overwhelmed by it. It's
I think
just
we're
like
just tired, but it is...
we walked outside and we were like, there's so many things going off. People screaming, shouting, laughing, crying. And it was like...
ambulances, police cars...
A man screaming on the street saying...
Everything this and everything that.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Lee were like running to one side.
So it does bring back memories of when we last came to Las Vegas in 2009.
We did swear we'd never come
We
back.
said we would never go back there. It's not a place we ever wanted to go. But we had to include it on our road trip. We had to.
5 days we've got because we've switched the Death Valley trip. But we might be going to go. We might go to Red Rock Canyon, and I want to take a boat on Lake Mead and look at the Hoover
I thought you
Dam.
were going to say a boat on in the Venetian in the one of the gondolas.
No,
We are gonna
because that would be
check-
like 100 quid.
We are going to check out a lot of the hotels while we're here. I wanted to go up the Eiffel Tower.
That's the
hopefully.
plan.
That's the plan. It may all change because Vegas is just kind of that place where things can go. And it is a weekend, so it's going to be very busy.
Apparently, there's some kind of
festival or something.
wrestling match or something like that
So
on.
it's going to be a very busy weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on the next vlog for some Vegas time. And drop us a comment below, hit the like button, click the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next vlog.
I'm tired. Bye.